It's an unusual situation where someone who is my client is very upfront about the fact that they need time in custody.
25 CM 91, State of Wisconsin versus Brandon Kohls.
State of Wisconsin versus shows the entire government lined up against one person.
To count one of the complaint in 25 CF 76, the sole count in 25 CM 91 to be dismissed and read in, with the parties making a joint recommendation for 90 days of jail concurrent to Mr. Kohl's other sentences.
To be imposed immediately?
That's my understanding, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Kohls, that's the agreement that you've reached?
This plea deal means 90 days in jail, but the judge can still reject it.
Yes.
Is he currently sitting time?
He is currently sitting on a probation hold awaiting revocation.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Kohls, well, are these the cases that got you revoked on the other matter?
For right now?
Yes.
This case I got revocated for now.
Okay, because you're being revoked from your last case?
Yeah, I'm getting revoked from the one you sentenced me to 2 years probation and 1 year stay imposed in 2023.
Oh, okay, but not on your case before that, or right after?
Yeah, not that one.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure so I had an understanding of what's going on. Okay, so you're 43 years old, 8 years of schooling, read, write, understand English, no drugs, alcohol, or any medications, and no mental illnesses or disorders, correct?
Yep.
And did your attorney go over with you what the state would have to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, he did.
Did your attorney go over with you the maximum possible penalty you face?
Yes.
All right. Because you're charged with crimes, you are entitled to
The judge runs through rights this ensures Kohls can't later say, I didn't understand.
Constitutional rights. Each of those rights is listed on this document. Did your attorney go over your rights with you thoroughly?
Yes.
Do you understand them completely?
Yes.
Do you need me to go over those rights with you in any more detail?
No.
Did you sign this document?
Yes, I did.
And did your attorney thoroughly go over the document with you, essentially word for word?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you're not a citizen of the United States, your plea could result in your deportation?
Yes.
Do you understand that the state would have to prove on or around June 3rd, 2025, you possessed a substance? The substance was a controlled substance, methamphetamine, and you knew or believed that substance was a controlled substance, methamphetamine. Do you understand what the state would have to prove?
Yes.
Do you understand the maximum possible penalty could be up to a $10,000 fine or 3.5 years of incarceration or both?
Yes.
Do you understand that there is an agreement reached by both parties, but I'm not bound to follow that?
Yes.
I could sentence you all the way to the maximum possible penalty if I thought it was warranted. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Now, did you go over the criminal complaint with your attorney?
Yes.
And in the section called probable cause, did you review those facts that are alleged?
Yes, I did.
For the most part, are those facts accurate?
Yes.
Are you admitting here today that you in fact did possess methamphetamine?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
By agreeing, the complaint facts alone become the official proof of guilt.
Mr. Feliski, may the court use the probable cause section of the criminal complaint to find a factual basis?
So stipulated.
Has anyone made any threats or any promises to you for you to plead guilty to the charge?
No.
You're doing so freely and intelligently. That means you're telling the court you fully understand what you're doing
Yes.
and voluntarily.
Yes.
Has your attorney represented you competently?
Yes.
Has he answered all of your questions?
Yes, yes.
Has he looked at this matter thoroughly?
Yes.
And are you satisfied with his services?
Yes, I am.
Do you have any questions for the court or for your attorney before we proceed?
No, I don't.
Then as to count one, the sole count in 25 CF 76, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
The court will find your plea of guilt is done knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. I'm going to find that you understand your constitutional rights and what it means to waive and give up those rights. I'm going to find a factual basis to accept your plea of guilt. Based on that, I will find you guilty of the sole count of possession of methamphetamine. The other case will be dismissed and read in for purposes of sentencing. Argument and sentencing recommendation, Mr. Schmidt.
It's a plea to the felony. We're doing jail up front rather than probation because if you look at Mr. Kohl's history, he just has not been successful on probation. When I've talked with DOC,
Probation failed too many times. The state says, forget rehab, try jail instead.
What do we do next? They don't know. So it doesn't make sense to put him on probation, especially when both these cases, one is a simple possession, another is him behaving in strange, erratic ways consistent with using methamphetamine. So they're both essentially simple possession, well, they're use cases. I think the 90 days jail is appropriate for use violation on supervision, and I'd ask the court to do that. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Felisky.
Thank you, Your Honor. I concur with the state's sentiments regarding this being at its heart, a substance use issue. Mr. Coles has been very upfront with me of the fact that of his substance use issues. He admitted to me that he was an addict, that he has combated this issue with himself in his personal life, in his criminal history for many, many years. I would add to that, moreover, Your Honor, it's an unusual situation where someone who
Unheard of, a defendant asks for jail time, admitting he needs accountability.
is my client is very upfront about the fact that they need time in custody. Most people, in my experience, do not want to spend any amount of time in jail. I think that's very understandable, but that's not the case with Mr. Coles. He's been very upfront about the fact that he wants to be held accountable, needs to be held accountable, and that he's taking responsibility here today by entering into this plea and by agreeing to be incarcerated. I think that this is an appropriate agreement. It protects the community. It acknowledges the severity of the offense. And most importantly, I think it perhaps addresses the rehabilitative needs of Mr. Coles, his need to be sober, to stay sober, and to work on his sobriety and his recovery. I think this is an appropriate agreement, and I would ask the court to follow it. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Coles, do you have a statement? You don't have to.
I just can't kick this habit. I'm sick of it, but I can't seem to kick this methamphetamine habit.
A gut punch. Coles admits meth controls him, and he can't stop.
Did you hear the conversation I was having with Mr. Kitchenmaster?
Yes, I did.
How did it affect you in any way?
Yes, it did.
What were you thinking or feeling?
Like the control thing, I want to be in control of my life. You know, it's like the meth and my affiliation and stuff like that. It's just, I let it control my life.
You said your meth and your affiliation?
Yeah,
What do you mean by affiliation?
like gang ties.
I don't know where you are affiliated or what it takes to get out of that affiliation.
There's no,
You need to control your life, Mr. Coles. What else do you want to tell me?
I want to be sober. You know, I was doing good. I went to treatment, and I don't know, on April 16th came around, I got sentenced and fell off right away.
You got sentenced when you were, or you fell off when you were sentenced on your last case?
You know,
Why? What happened?
I don't know,
Because you were put on probation, right, with a withheld?
right? I came to the county jail to do my DNA. They were busy. And then I told this individual, I'm like, I want to get high.
You recall what you were thinking at that exact moment?
Apparently I wasn't.
Do you know if you had a trigger?
Well, we stopped at a smoke shop, you know, like THC was bought and stuff like that. But it's like my surroundings I surround myself with, you know, like the same females over and over.
Females only get you in trouble. True. Not all, but most.
And, you know, I beat myself. I read my revocation packet, and from the treatment, they have nothing but good things to say about me, you know. And I know I'm that person, but I can't kick this meth.
You have to find that person again. And as I told Mr. Kitchenmaster, only you can control your life. Only you can control what you do. Because right now you're letting methamphetamine control you. And you've got to be strong. You've got to be a tough individual. You have to be somewhat like Mr. Kitchenmaster. I don't know you as much as I know Mr. Kitchenmaster, but you have to, knowing what I know about you, you have to be strong-willed and take charge of things.
My mental health ain't like, it's like destroyed.
What do you mean?
hear shit, see shit.
You're not supposed to
Sorry,
swear
I'm
in
sorry.
court.
I see things, think I'm being followed, chased.
Have you had like a medical evaluation
Not yet.
or a mental health evaluation?
Not yet.
You could need to be on medication.
The judge acts like a counselor linking untreated mental illness with drug abuse.
And did you hear Mr. Kitchen Master? He's been taking his medication every day as he's prescribed to take, and he's feeling amazing, like a real person. Because I'm gonna bet that in your situation, when you have the addiction and you're doing the bad things, you don't feel like a person, do you?
No. Nobody wants to be around me, period. Because of my paranoia or whatever it is, like.
Do you know there's meth psychosis? There's THC psychosis. There's things that they affect people's brains. And now with the THC levels, and this is speaking to Mr. Kitchmaster too, the THC levels that we have now, because they're chemically engineered and bioengineered, are so much higher than they were in the 1950s, 60s, 70s. It's like it was, I believe, like, don't quote me, I don't know exactly for sure. I haven't read it in a long time, but THC levels in like the 1960s, 70s was like 5%. It's like 35 or more % now in the marijuana that is being produced. Do you know what that does to a person's brain? Destroys it. It makes them have a psychosis where they don't know where they are, where they're doing the things that you were doing in the other case. When you're here like this, and you've been sober for a while, you are sober, how do you feel?
I feel good. I'd seen Pastor Jack, and he's like, I heard you're a really good dude when you're sober. I mean, I believe that. I really am. Like when I'm not under the influence, I'm a really good person. I can light up a room. I feel good about myself.
That. I feel you have a good personality, but you're letting the substances control you in your life, and then the affiliation. Okay. Again, I can't get into that. I don't know about that. Well, you've been sober. Have you been hearing the voices?
Yeah.
You still hear them? So then that tells me, go ahead.
I try to ignore it, like overpower it, because I believe like if you entertain spirits, bad spirits, they're going to keep coming. But I hear them, and then, or I think people are doing shady things or whispering, talking and stuff like that.
Are you Native American? And
Yeah,
I'm not asking to be.
I'm Samoan, Native, and white.
Okay. So do you connect to any part of your heritage?
Yeah, I follow Native American.
And have you went back to that and to their customs, to their traditions, and have you engulfed yourself in the Native American customs?
I mean, I have in prison, I haven't been out long enough to even get to it,
Have you reached out to anyone here in the St. Croix tribe?
Not like that.
That would be a good idea. Get involved in the powwows, get involved in the drumming, get involved in those spiritual ceremonies. When you are giving yourself to that higher power and you are engulfing yourself in your customs and your heritage, you will be brought back. And you can find you. Because I don't know if Mr. Coles knows who he is right now. I don't think you've known who you were for a very long time. Correct?
Correct. It took 22 years for my son to come back around. I just got him back, in my life, and here I am. And I made a promise to my daughter that I'd be off for her birthday, which was on Father's Day, and she's a little upset. She won't talk to me now, and so I understand.
I'm sorry for the councils to know, because I am looking at 24 CF 222, State of Wisconsin versus Brandon Coles, where Angeline Winton, Judge Winton sentenced him, because I wanted to see the conditions that she sentenced him to. Does anyone object to that?
No, I don't object.
Because I was looking to see if there was a mental health assessment or a medical assessment to determine if you need to take drugs every day. Because right now you're self-medicating to get the voices out of your head, but what it's doing is bringing the voices out even louder and stronger. Correct?
Correct. I mean, I'm trying to fight for ATR to go down to Janesville with that dual treatment for mental health and substance abuse.
That would be great. That would be excellent. If you don't go there right away, can you make me a promise?
Yes, I can.
Can you go to the tribe and see what you can get involved with?
I will.
Can you talk to the tribe about a mental health evaluation?
Yes, I will.
And maybe, I think they have a physician there. You can go and get a medical evaluation to see if you need some types of prescriptions to get you on track.
Yes, I will.
Can you do that for sure?
Yes, I will.
Okay. So, Mr. Coles, I think that this agreement is appropriate. You're still going to be on probation for that other matter, and you're being revoked from my previous one in 2022 or 2023. I bet you thought I was real mean then, huh?
No, actually, I didn't. Because you went against the plea agreement then.
Well, I don't even remember what the plea agreement was, but I know I sentenced you to 1 year.
It was supposed to be 2 years withheld, and you went against it.
So, Mr. Coles, what I'm going to say to you is, when you're sitting the time, if you're revoked, if you are revoked, I think you said you had a hearing. If you're sitting that time, take that time to find you. And I told Mr. Kitchenmaster, you were here, you sat and you heard that even though it's in custody sobriety, it still means a lot. It's still a lot. Okay? It just means it's going to be harder when you're out.
7 months sober is his longest ever. The judge celebrates it as proof change is possible.
I was sober for 7 months.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I never thought that's the longest I've ever been sober my whole life.
That really is amazing.
Even though some of it was jail, but still, it's still sobriety.
Get back to that. Okay, get back to that. Get back and find who Brandon Coles is. You've lost him along the way. Okay, and I didn't mean to make this so long. I just wanted to say a few things to you. So the 90 days is appropriate to run concurrently. This is such a little case. It's just a possession case. I'm more concerned about the behavior in the disorderly case, the underlying behavior there, than I am in the use case, because the use will be addressed in your other probation and other case. That's why I'm talking to you and hoping that you're gonna abide by your promises to me, and you're gonna go get those evaluations. Because if you get those evaluations, then my concern about the disorderly case will significantly lessen. Okay?
That's what led up to that disorderly case. Was I thought I was being chased.
I can figure that from the facts. I do. I see that. You weren't who you truly are meant to be at that date and time. You were letting something else take over you. All right. So you have 60 days to appeal, or 20 days to appeal. Should you fail to appeal within 20 days, you lose that right. It is a felony. No use or possession of a firearm for life. No voting in any election until your civil rights are restored. I'm just going to give you a little bit of break on the fines and fees. I think you owe in other things too. So I'm only going to do the DNA surcharge of $250. I'd like to see you try and work and pay that off. I'd like to see that. When you're released from custody, you can pay it off at $25 a month until it's paid off in full. I would pay it off sooner. You know, this judge does warrants if you don't pay your fines and fees.
Yeah, you make me nervous.
I make you nervous?
That's what I told Joel before the meeting. I said, she makes me nervous.
Why do I make you nervous?
I don't know. I don't know.
You think I'll go AWOL and I'll do what I want?
I mean, you can.
I can. It's all in my authority. Mr. Coles, what I look for and what I look at in sentencings and in cases, I look at the person. If you don't recognize, I know Dale probably inside and out. So, has he done bad things? Sure has. Has he had his time with me? He sure has, but we have worked that out. Okay? Because it's all about the person and the case and the facts and knowing that. That's what sentencing is, at least in my book. So, all right. So keep your promises. Pay your fines and fees when you're released, 20 days to appeal. The other case is dismissed and read in. You have 38 days of jail credit, I believe. Is that stipulated?
Yes.
Anything else?
Nothing further. Thank you.
Have I missed anything else?
Not for me.
All right, then we're adjourned.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Coles. Please keep your promises.
Promise.